Good evening to all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Good
Today we are going to commence a new lesson. Okay, take down the topic length. SI unit of measuring the length is meters. SI unit of measuring the length is meters. Ekaka parivartana, unit conversions. Right. We start from this SI unit meters. 1 meter, right? So 1 meter, so that is SI unit, standard international unit. Okay, so what is the next respective? So next small unit in this meter scale, subunit.
Centimeter.
Yes. How many centimeters equals to 1 meter?
100 centimeter.
100 centimeter. Good. Right. So this is the relationship between a meter and nearby centimeter. So 1 centimeter equals that associated another unit
10 millimeter.
10 millimeter.
10
As you
millimeter.
learn in grade 6, 10 millimeter. So 1 millimeter equals, so next small subunit of the meter scale is
10 micrometer. 100,000
1000
micrometers.
micrometers. You can see there's no regular pattern here. 1 meter, 100 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 10 millimeter. And another unit we have to learn. I write that here. So 1 decimeter equals, deci means 10 centimeter, right? Another special unit. So that's irregular. That's not regular. Okay, let's learn that regularly. If we make it regular with the then you find it easy to keep that in your mind, right? So these are the main major units we come across in this lesson, and lower than meter. And another relationship with that, 1 kilometer equals
1000 meter.
1000, very good,
1000 meter.
meters, 1000 meters. Right. As you can easily understand, I'm going to write down the subunits of the meter scale in this way. 1 kilometer is divided into 1000. You can end up with 1 meter. Good. Again, you divide 1 meter
Into
into
1000.
1000.
1 millimeter.
Yes, so what you can end up with? Centimeter or millimeter?
Millimeter. Millimeter.
Good, that's millimeter. Again, you divide 1 millimeter into 1000.
1 micrometer.
That's
1
equals 1 micrometer. So this letter is mu. 1 micrometer is further divided into 1000. You can end up with 1.
1 picometer.
No. Nanometer.
Nanometer.
1 nanometer. So when you divide this nanometer into 1000, that's 1 picometer, right? Actually, we have to study up to this level, but we have to know these subunits that exist in between meter and millimeter. Meter සහ millimeter අතර තියෙන අනිත් units මොනවද? දෙන්නෙක් ඉන්නවා. One is centimeter, the other one is decimeter. Centimeter and decimeter. So their relationship is here. Centimeter 10ක් decimeter 1ක් කියලා කියනවා. And 100 centimeter equals 1 meter. So cent means 100, cent means 100, right? Okay, let's take down all these subunits. තව තියෙනවද? තව දෙන්නෙක් ඉන්නවා නිකමට ලියාගමු. So you divide a continuation here. So you have to list them down. 1 picometer is divided into 1000. Then you can end up with 1 femtometer, and 1 femtometer is divided into 1000. That's 1 attometer. Yes, today also there's heavy rain. And despite the rain condition, you have participated. That's very good. Okay, let's revise the things you have learned in grade 6 quickly. Apne unit conversion, Vinadi paying your. So you can do with me, right? Still writing? Okay, take a minute.
Still writing, sir.
Okay. Rama, still you are writing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. මේ දවස්වල රාමගේ නම කියවුණා නේද හරියට? රාමගේ නම නිතරම එනවා මේ දවස්වල. What's that? මිතුෂ? පිටුව පෙරළුවට සීතා පොත දන්නවා රාමා. Maybe nice one. Okay, let's convert meter into centimeter, centimeter into millimeter, millimeter into micrometer. No need, right? So kilometer, meter, meter, centimeter, centimeter to millimeter. Convert into centimeters. Right. Is there any newcomer today? Irrespective of the rain condition, you have participated. So I'm telling that again. That's a good. Right. If you are a newcomer, send me a message as new, right, into the chat. Okay, let's convert this. 2 meters. Yes, 1 meter equals 100 centimeter. 1 meter, 100. 2 meter, 200 centimeter. 3 meter, 300 centimeter. So what did you do? You just multiplied. Yes, 2 into 100. After you multiplied, you can put the unit centimeter. Yes, you have to use a bracket as well. 2 times 100, that's 200 centimeters. Here, 2 meter and 25 centimeters. So we have to convert that centimeter. So one part already given in centimeters. So you have to convert this part. 2 into 100, then it becomes centimeter, and you have to add the remaining centimeter value to that. Then 2 times 100 is 200 centimeter plus 25 centimeter. Very clear. So you have presented the method of doing this calculation. That's 225 centimeters. So some of you already taken the answer. 2 meter means 225 centimeter. That's 200 at once. But you have to show the method, right? So this is the most clear way of presenting your calculation. Okay, if you have done that directly, you have to take this down. පාඩම හරිම ලේසි අපෝ length නේ මොනවාද අපිට කියලා ගිය කෙනෙක් සමහරට අයට එහෙම හිතනවා නම් මේක ඉච්චරම මේ lazy, but there are lots of new things you have to learn. ඉගෙන ගන්න දේවල් ගොඩක් අලුතෙන් තියෙනවා. Right? So here 2.25 meters. So what's the method of the calculation? It's the method of the conversion of meters into centimeter. You have to multiply that with 100. But there's a decimal, 2 decimal places here. Do you follow the same way? ඒ වගේම multiply කරනවද දැන් 100 වලින්? What do you do? Or you follow any other method? What's the method you follow? Yes, same method, right? Meters into centimeters, you have to multiply it with 100. 2.25 into 100, then it becomes centimeter. Right. When you multiply a number with 100 or powers of 10, powers of 10. Yes, what's the power of 10 here? 10 to the power 2. Right? Yes, you have to shift this decimal point 2 times then. එච්චර මතක තියාගන්න අමාරුණ බින්දු දෙකක් තියෙන 10 බලයක් 100 එනවාට decimal point එක දෙපාරක් දකුණු අත පැත්තට අරන් යන්න වෙනවා. So that's what you learned, the short method. But if you need that full way of the calculation, the simple method, when you multiply any number by 100, you have to put 2 zeros at the end. Forget this decimal point, 225 and 2 zeros you have to add. The final thing you have to do, you have to separate these 2 decimal places. So you start at the end of this number. So you separate 2 decimal places, then you keep that decimal point here. So your answer is 225. No value of these 2 zeros. The same thing, same answer can be taken just by shifting this decimal point to right direction 2 times because you multiply that with 100. I think you remember the things we learned earlier in grade 6. මතක් වුණාද? decimal point එක right side එකට දෙපාරක් යනවා. බින්දු දෙකක් තියෙන 10 ගුණාකාරයකින් ගුණ කරන නිසා. Sorry, 10 බලයකින් power of 10. Could you understand? Okay, look at this last one. Here only whole number meter value here. Meter value and centimeter value. So that's combined units. Give the value. Here, there's a decimal part of this meter value. Here's a fraction of this decimal value. All right, let's see. You multiplied by 100. So this part you multiplied by 100. Here also you multiplied by 100. But here, is it still value that? Is it still valid that method? තාමත් 100 වලින් multiply කළොත් උත්තරේද? Can you get the answer by multiplying 100? What do you think? Don't know. Shout out. Shout out about that. සැකයි. කිසිම සැකයක් නෑ. ඒ ක්‍රමේමයි. Right? So here's some mixed numbers. You have to multiply 8. 4 times 2, that's 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 upon 4 into 100. Then it becomes centimeters. Yes, how many 4s to 100? That's 25. 25 times 9. 9 times 5 is 45. 4 remains. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 2, 125. My God. 9 times 5 is 45. 4 remains. 9 times 2 is 18. 8 plus 4 is 12. 1 remains. And 22. 225. Same answer, right? Because 0.25 means quarter. 0.25 means quarter. 2 and 0.25. 2 and quarter. Quarter means you know that's 0.25. That's why same answer comes. 225. By using 4 calculations, we learned all the types of calculations. Do you like to do this yourself? එකපාරක් මේ ගණන් වර්ග හතරම තනියම කරලා බලන්න කැමතිද? But I give you only 3 minutes. Are you ready? No.
Yes.
Yes, good. Convert to millimeters. Yes, you have to convert these given centimeter values into millimeters. Same way, but different relationship. That's easy. Okay, now you are using this first minute on a palavani vinadi yano. Right? Quickly do that.
Yes, sir.
30 seconds over. Now we have only 2 minutes and 20 seconds. ගෲප් එකේ දෙන්නෙක් දාලා තියෙනවා මගේ ගෲප් එකේ වහිනවා කියලා. සර් මට වහිනවා කියලා ක්ලාස් එන්න නැතුව ඉන්න එපා. මේ මොබයිල් ෆෝන් එකකින් නම් පන්තියෙන්. So you can send the answers, right? Good. Time is enough. Yes, here. 1 centimeter equals how many millimeters?
10
10.
millimeters.
Good. Then it becomes millimeter. 2 times 10 milliliter. 10 millimeter කියන්නේ centimeter එකයි 10 millimeter එකක් දෙකක් තියෙනවා. That's 20 millimeter. Most of you have sent this answer. Good. Next one. 2 centimeter means 2 into 10. So that becomes millimeter. And you have to add the remaining 5 millimeter to that. Then the answer is 20 millimeter plus 5 millimeter. Then that's 25 millimeter. Good. Next, 2.5 centimeters. You find it very easy. මේ decimal fraction කියනවා කොච්චර ලේසිද. So we can work easily with them. Right? Only one step. 2.5 into 10. Right? And it becomes millimeter value. What happens to decimal point? It shifts only one time because it's 10 to the power 1. So the answer is 25 millimeter. Here, 2.5 centimeter. So that means 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 upon 2 into
5.4 centimeter into 10.
into 10. 2.5 and 2.5 mother is the same value. The same answer must come. Look at this. How many 2's to 2? 1. How many 2's to 10? 5. 5 times 5.
5.
25 millimeter. You have to put that bracket and millimeter. It doesn't matter, right? Some of you may confused with why did I cut this 2 to 10. So 2 is in denominator, 10 is in numerator. So we can cut numerator to denominator. So the technique we use that is equivalent fractions. Numerator and denominator can be divided with the same number. Right? So you learned that in grade 6 and grade 7 fraction calculations. Right. Almost all the types of unit conversions can be done in this way. On the other hand, conversion of centimeters into meters, that's not multiplication method, that's a division method. Convert into meters. Meter, therefore, we have to use that centimeter values. That's all. Okay, quickly do that. Okay, 200 centimeters. Yeah, you have to divide that by how many hundreds here? Because you know that 100 centimeter equals 1 meter. එහෙනම් මීටර ඒවා හොයාගන්න පුළුවන් C ඒවා කීයක් මේක ඇතුලේ තියෙනවද බලන්න. So you have to divide that 200 by 100 equals 200. Don't use this method. Don't write this. So you have to use that fraction like division in this way, right? Then it becomes meters. How many hundreds to 200? That's 2 meter, right? Okay, here 225 centimeters divided with 100, that becomes meters. Right. Usually the decimal point is here at the end of a number. When you divide that by 10, the decimal point shifts to the left side by 1 step. And when you divide that by 100, 1, 2, 2 steps it's moved. Or long method of division can be followed. දීර්ඝාකාරී භාවිතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. Basic method. How many hundreds to 225? That's 2, right? So that becomes 200. What's the remainder? හැමෝම බලාගන්න මේක. ක්‍රම දෙකක් මතක් කරගන්න යන්නේ. කියලා දෙන්න නෙමෙයි මතක් කරගන්න, right? Because we have already practiced them. 100 times 2 is 200. What's the remainder?
25.
25. What do you do now?
Decimal point.
Decimal point and take 0. How many hundreds to 250?
2.
2. That's 200. What's the remainder?
50.
Take another 0. How many hundreds to 500?
5.
Yes, that's 500 and remainder is 0. Answer is 2.25.
25.
So what happens? Because that's 10 to the power 2, therefore decimal point comes to the left side by 2 steps. That has happened here. Another way of doing that, 225 division 100. The same way, what you do, when you divide by 10, the decimal point comes here. When you divide again by 10, the decimal point comes here, right? That's 2.25 meters. Here, 545 centimeters. And then you divide that by 100, then it becomes meters. The same way, the decimal point shifts to the left 2 times. Answer is 5 point. Very good. This one. One value has been given already in meters. The remaining centimeter value we have to convert. So this just 5 meter plus 90 upon 100. Then it also becomes meters. Now, meter and meter can be added. 5 meter plus, okay, simplify within this bracket. 0 to 0 can be cut off. 9 division 10 means 0.9. Oh, you are keeping silent. That means you can understand. 90 over 100. What happens to the decimal place? Hamilton? 1, 2, it shifts to left. So decimal point is here, 0.9. 0 is not worth. 0.9 meters. So the answer is 5.9 meters. Some of you may confuse. So how that becomes 5.9? Look at this. 5 meters. Right? 5 meters means 5.0. And 0.9. The only thing you have to do is you have to keep this decimal point in the same row. The 9 plus 0 is 9. And 5 plus 0 is 5. The answer is 5.9 meters. I'm not teaching now. What I am doing now? We are revising. That's revision. Grade 6 වල ඉගෙන ගත්තා මතක් කළා. අමතක නම් මොකද කරන්නේ? If you want to study as grade 6 students from the beginning, what do you have to do? Watch those videos again, right? Right, now we are qualified. Now we are qualified. Qualified means අපි දැන් සුදුසුකම් ලැබලා තියෙන්නේ. දැනුයි අපි grade 7 කොටස ඉගෙන ගන්න යන්නේ. Now we are going to learn that grade 7 part of this length and addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So almost all the mathematical operations associated with the length calculations we are going to do now. Are you ready? Ready to learn?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Generation, my connection is low. Can I turn off my camera? Okay, good. If your connection is not enough, that means bandwidth is not enough because of this bad weather condition, you can turn off your video. Right. Take down the subtopic addition of length. Addition of lengths. This first example is centimeter and millimeter. Second example also I'm going to give you that centimeter and millimeter. Third example, I'm going to give you that decimal of that. Okay, do the first one. Very easy. 8 plus 5 is? Yes, you are keeping silent because you don't know the answer, right?
13.
13. Can I put 13 like this?
No, sir.
No, because yes, millimeter, maximum millimeter value is 10, right?
10.
Yes, therefore you keep that 3. When 10 millimeter goes to centimeter side, 10 millimeter means 1 centimeter, right? So 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. So the answer is 7 centimeter and 3 millimeters. Could you understand? Now do the next one. Right. 3.5 centimeter have to be added to 9.6. You have to keep this decimal point the same alignment. 6 plus 5 is 11. 1 remains. It goes to this one's place. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 9 is 13.1 centimeter is the answer. So what comes here? 6 plus 9.
15, 5, 1 remains.
1 is taken here.
1 plus 7, 8, 18.
18 centimeter and 5 millimeter. Right? And do the last one.
Okay, sir.
Right. Tanumi Gayansa. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uda, what's your school?
St. Mary's College.
Right. Could you understand this old calculation we did in grade 6 and then these new calculations associated with the addition of lengths? Could you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Right. Last one is you can do this calculation in the same way right here. The first decimal place to first decimal place. 8 plus 9. So this equals 17, but 1
One.
remains. That's taken to here. 3 plus 0 is 3. With the
4,
remainder 1,
4.7.
4.7 centimeter. Yes, there's nothing new to get here except the remainder. The maximum value you can put here is 9. Because when it becomes 10 millimeter, it equals to centimeter, then you have to get that here. Right? I'll give you last example. 5, look at this. Centimeter, millimeter. Right. 5 plus 5 is 10. But 10 millimeter means 1 centimeter. You take that 1 centimeter here. 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 centimeter, that's millimeter, that's 0 millimeter, right? So that means 8 centimeter is the answer. That's the first thing we have to learn, right? So this is what actually we do. So that's a thing you learned in this calculation. Okay, let's do another 3 calculations for the addition with different units. Okay, only 3 calculations. It's a different pair of units used to measure the length. Quickly take the answer.
Okay, sir. No, sir, wait a minute.
Good. Sahil has sent
Complete,
answers. And Right. Okay, let's discuss. 0 plus 0, 5 plus 5, 10. Remainder 1. Right. I think you can clearly hear me. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10. Remainder 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 1200. But the problem is 1000 millimeters. 1000 millimeters. Sorry, 1000 meters equals 1 kilometer. So we take that 1000 here. අපි 1000ක් ගන්නවා මේ පැත්තට. Then what remains? Only 200. When that's 1000 millimeters, sorry, 1000 meters, when that 1000 meters come into that kilometer side, it becomes 1 kilometer, right? 1 kilometer and 2, the 3 kilometers with this one, 4 kilometers. So 4 kilometers and 200 meters. So this is the answer. Most of you saying this. කොමේ නම දෙනානේ ඉවල තියෙන උත්තර 4 kilometers and 200 meters. Yes, you are Mayumi, Naveen, Kavisha. That's all. Anita Kalai, Wined. So you did that but did not say name. Is it so?
Yes, sir.
Anything even at Kameli, even the Kameli. So you have to quickly study and you have to be quick enough, right? වේගවත් වෙන්න වෙන්නේ නැති ළමයිනුත් ගණිතේ ෆේල් වෙනවා. තේරුණා නේද? So අප්‍රමාදෝ අමත පදයක් නේද? ප්‍රමාදය තමයි late කියන්නේ පුතා කම්මැලි නැත්තම් බෑ කියන එක තමයි late කියන්නේ, right? So you have to hurry up. දැන් පුතාලට පේනවා වේගෙන් උගන්වන්න. I do all the calculations and quickly I don't waste time, right? ඔයාලගේ පොතේ ගණන් ටික මම ඔයාලට හදන් එන්න කියන්නේ. ඔයාලට හදන් එන්න කියලා මම නොහදා ඉන්නේ නෑ, right? ඔයාලත් හදනවා නම් මමත් හදන්න ඕනේ, right? Your teacher has to work hard. Then only students can understand, and students also think our teacher is working hard, so we have to work hard. So that's a pre-example. තේරුණාද? මමත් හදනවා. ඔයාලත් වැඩ කරන්න ඕනේ, right? So don't be lazy, right? Don't be a lethargic one. Yes, 800 and 200, that's 1000. But you can put that 1000 meters equals 1 kilometer. You take that 1 kilometer here, right? 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 kilometer. Here value is 0. What's the answer here? That's meter and millimeter. Yes, you know that 1 meter equals how many millimeters? 1000 millimeters. But you will confuse that 1 meter equals 100 centimeter. That's the well-known value. But here you have been given meter and 1000 millimeter, right? 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 3 is 8. 6 plus 5 is 11. Look at this. 1186. 1000 millimeters means 1 meter. So you take that 1000 here. Then it becomes 1 meter. 1000 millimeter means 1 meter. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 meter and 186 millimeters. What do you think? Those calculations are very easy. Did you feel it like that? Those calculations are very easy. Then what's the challenge? If the calculations are very easy, what is the challenge? ගණන් ලේසි නම් මොකද්ද මේ හැමෝටම තියෙන challenge එක? මොකද්ද අභියෝගය වලට තියෙන්නේ? Okay. Done on again. What's the challenge? All the calculations are easy. Then what's the challenge?
All the calculations have been forgotten.
If anything is easy for all, so what's the challenge?
Time.
Doing that fast with your specialization. You have to specify with that. ස්පෙෂලයිස් වෙන්න ඕන වේගෙන් කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕන නේ හැමෝටම ලේසි දෙයක් නම් අපිට දීලා තියෙන්නේ කවුද දක්ෂයා the person who did that fast එහෙම කරන්නේ කම්මැලි කෙනාද නැත්නම් කම්මැලි නැති කෙනාද the person who is not with that lethargy කම්මැලි නැති කෙනා තමයි එතන දක්ෂ හරි ගණන් ඔක්කොම ලේසි but this forgettable easily it will forget it will be forgotten right. Okay, let's see. So, what are the types of calculations we can do at home? Okay, look at here. Textbook. You can do that 16.1. So, that's centimeter, millimeter, centimeter, millimeter, meter, centimeter, kilometer, meter. My God, මම වගේම කලවම් කරලා දීලා නේද? Right? Next. පිතා ස්ක්‍රීන් ෂෙයා කරපුවාම මේ හැමෝටම ඔයාලගේ මූණු පේනවා. මම පැත්තෙන් දාලා තියෙන නිසා, right? 2 kilometers 780 meter and 1 kilometer 530 meters, so that's another type kilometer meter addition, right? Centimeter millimeter centimeter millimeter centimeter millimeter addition, right? So you can do that exercise at home 16.1. Okay, mark it. You have to do 16.1 exercise. So that's homework. You can do it now. Okay. Don't forget to do that. Next, subtraction. Subtraction. Another thing, there's a theory part you can understand, but I think already you know that. Subtraction of lengths. Subtraction of length.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I had a connection problem, so I'm leaving the meeting and logging just now.
You left the meeting and you logged just now. Okay, it doesn't matter. So take down this subtraction of length. So I have given you 4 sums to be calculated.
Okay, sir.
You can send me answers. Only 10 students send answers. It doesn't matter. So one calculation එක ගානක උත්තරය ගත්ත නම් එකත් එවන්න පුළුවන්. Malshi, did you do that? Yes. 2 subtraction 8. Impossible. And කාගෙන්ද ඉල්ලගන්න? You have to get that from centimeter side. එයාගෙන් පුළුවන්ද millimeter කිහිපයක් ඉල්ලගන්න? No. We have to bring 1 centimeter. When it comes here, it becomes 10 millimeter. So 10 millimeter plus 2, then it becomes 12 millimeter. 10 millimeter plus 2, 12 millimeter. 12 millimeter subtraction 8, 4 millimeter. What remains here now? 1. 1 subtraction 1 is 0, right? So answer is 4 millimeters. Okay, let's check your answers. 4 millimeter, 4 millimeter. Good. Most of you have taken that answer. පුතාලා මේ ඉස්සර කරනවනේ මේ වගේ අන්ධ ගණන් හැදේ. Blind method of doing calculations. Blind. දැන් මේක දුන්නොත් එහෙම අපි තුනවසරයි මල්ලි කෙනෙක්ට එයා හදන්නේ නැද්ද මේ ගාන? හදනවා. එයත් කරනවා මේක. How do they do? ඒගොල්ලෝ හදන්නේ blind method එකක්. දෙකෙන් 8ක් බෑ. දෙකෙන් එකක් ගන්නවා. ඒක මෙතෙන්ට ආවම 12යි. 12න් 8ක් 4යි කියලා. Is it so? එහෙම නේද යාලා හදන්නේ? That's a method. එයා දන්නේ මොකක්ද එතන mechanism. What's the mechanism there? They don't know. But you have to think consciously and logically. Look at this. When you take 1 centimeter from centimeter side, when it comes to millimeter side, that becomes 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter plus remaining 2, that's 12 millimeters. 12 millimeters subtraction 8, 4 millimeter, right? That's the way you have to think, right? Okay, now do that here. 0 subtraction 5 and 20 centimeters subtraction 75 impossible. You take 1 meter. 1 meter means 100 centimeter. Now 120 subtraction 75. 120 subtraction 75. 10 subtraction 5 is 5. Now here 1 exists, 1 subtraction 7 impossible. You take this one as 11 subtraction 7 is here. Now what remains here? 1 meter and 45 centimeter. බලමු උත්තරය ආපු අය. Yes, Tanumi just now sent. And Sasindu, Nitish, Sitmi. Yes. The students, send me the answer. Abhilashi, could you make that? All right. Here, kilometer and meter, you know that's 1000 meters equals 1 kilometer. 100 subtraction 500 is impossible. You take 1 kilometer to side, then it becomes 1000. 1000 plus 100, that's 1100. That becomes, sorry, 1100 subtraction
500.
500. Yes, that becomes 600. So what remains here? That's 4 because you took 1 kilometer. The 4 subtraction 2 is
2.
Again 2. 2 kilometer and 600 meter is the answer. Here, meter and millimeter. මම කන්ෆියුස් වෙන්න පොඩක් රවට්ටන්න ගියන් තිනවා කවුද දන්නේ රැවටුනේ. Because 1 meter equals 1000 millimeters, right? So 1 subtraction 50, that's impossible. You take that meter, then when it comes to this side, that becomes 1000. The 1001, ekdas ekai. And you subtract 50. So what comes here? 1 of 10 subtraction 5 is 5. Now here's 9. What remains here? 6. 6 subtraction 2 is 4. Yes, Nitish got the answer. Another one. ගක් අය මගේ ට්‍රික්ස් වලට අහු වෙලා වගේ. Rama got the answer. It's all right. What do you think? Techniques ඔක්කොම මේ ගණන් 4 ඇතුලේ තියෙනව නේද? So all the techniques you have to follow that exist in these 4 types of calculations. මේ ගණන් වර්ග 4 ඇතුලේ අපි ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕන දේවල් ටික තිබ්බා. Did you get that? Did you get those points? Sahil, you could understand,
Yes.
right? හුඟක් අයට ඒක වැරදුනා. Because you don't know how to convert that. How many millimeters to meter? That's why you forget it.
I try to do that, sir, because my mind is you don't do the mind.
Okay.
I
මේ ගණන් වර්ධිනකොට තමයි අපිට ඔළුවට කාවදින්න. ඒකට අපි කියනවා ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් inculcate වෙනවා කියලා. Inculcation. So that those methods can be inculcated in your mind when you struggle with doing it. Because struggle කළොත් තමයි ඒක develop වෙන්නේ. If there's no struggle, no development. Struggle මොකද? අපි විප්ලව කරන්න ඕනේ. අපි මොලෙත් එක්ක එතකොට තමයි යා තේරුම් ගන්නේ. So the brain understands. So we have to be withstand, right? withstand කියන එකට ගැලපෙනම සිංහල වචනේ මොකද? එකක් නෙමෙයි ප්‍රේස් එකක් තියෙනවා. ස්ථානෝචිත ප්‍රඥාව. ස්ථානෝචිත ප්‍රඥාව. ඒ කියන්නේ ස්ථානයට උචිත වෙන ඥානය. According to the ස්ථානය, the occasion. So you have to understand. So what I have to do. So what kind of unit conversion here? Meter equals 1000 millimeter, like that. You have to be withstand. Okay, now what are the types of calculations you can do? Yes, you can do that 16.2 exercise. Homework. Right. I'm going to teach you the multiplication process, but I don't give you homeworks. Then homeworks take ready. Homeworks code තියෙනවා. දවසකට ගණන් 4ක් විතර හදන්න තියෙනවා. So you have to do 4 calculations per day. මේකක් කියන්නම්. ක්ලාස් එකට කලින් දවසේ ඔක්කොම හදන්නත් එපා හදන්නත් බෑ. Right? ඒ කෙරෙන්නෙත් නෑ ගානක් දිහා බලාගෙන ඔට්ටුනේ කරන්නේ. දවස් 3ක් ඇතුළත within 3 days at least you have to do these calculations. Or if you do that every day, that's perfect. Exam එක එනකම් මතක හිටිනවා ඒ හැමදාම කරන ළමයිට. So you have to spend only 10 minutes or the lower than 10 minutes per day. Then you can do all of them easily, right? Okay, now take down the topic multiplication of lengths. Two centimeter and 5 millimeter have to be multiplied by 2. Okay, let's do that with me. මාත් එක්ක කරමු. හරිද? Are you okay? Right? You have taken that down. 5 millimeters and 2 times 5. අමාරුින්ද මං කියලා දෙන්න 2 times 5 10 නේද?
10.
That's 10. Can you put 10 here? No,
no.
because 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. Get that here. ආයා මේ දෙකට එකතු කරලා 3යි කියලා 3 දෙකෙන් ගුණ කරනවද? එහෙම එකක් අපිට කියලා නෑ. Right? So that's 2 times 2 4. 4 plus
4 plus
taken
1 5.
value, that's 1. Yes, that's 5. Yes, 5 centimeters. Make a decimal වලින් ගන්න පුතා. 2 and 5 millimeter means 2.5
millimeter
centimeters.
centimeter into
2. දෙකයිසම් පහේව දෙකක් ඉතින් 5 නේ 5 centimeter. Right?
5 centimeter.
Same. Then you can compare the values. මම මේ ලෝභකමක් නැතුව කියලා දෙන්නේ මං චූටි කාලේ ගණන් හරිද වැරදිද කියලා බලපු ක්‍රමයේ. Right? When I was in my early childhood like you, I did these calculations myself. අපිට ටියුෂන් තිබ්බේ නැහැ. පන්ති තිබ්බේ නැහැ. මේ ඉස්සරේ පන්ති කරන්නේ. දුර්වල ළමයින්ට ගෙවල් වලට ඇවිල්ලා උගන්වනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ වැඩ බැරිම අයට. ඉතින් අපි හරි ලැජ්ජයි ගුරුවරයෙක් අපේ ගෙදරට ඇවිල්ලා උගන්වනවා කියන එක වගේ කවුරුත් දැනගන්නවටවත්. ඇයි? එහෙම වුණොත් ඒකේ හැමෝම මේ ලෝකෙම මිනිස්සු දැනගන්නවා අර ගෙදර ළමයා හරි ටිකක් දුර්වලයි. එයා වැඩ කරන්නේ එයා වැඩ බැරි කෙනෙක්. ඒකින්ද ඒ කාලේ පේරන්ට්ස් ලගෙන් අහලා බලන්න. ඒ කාලේ හෝම් විසිටින් ලෙක්චරර්ලා එන්නේ නැහැ. එතකොට ටියුෂන් ක්ලාසස් වලට යන්නේ නැහැ. කලාතුරකින් ටවුන් වල විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. ගම් වල හරි අඩුයි. આવත් එimhe දවස් 3-4යි පන්තිය තියෙන්නේ මාසයක් උපරිම. ඊට සර්ම යනවා යන්න. එයි සල්ලි දෙන්නේ නැහැ. ගම් වල ඒ ටියුෂන් ක්ලාස් පුරුදු නැහැ කාටවත්. ඉතින් ගිහලා ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. They are not paying money. එතකොට ටියුෂන් මාස්ටර් යනවා යන්න. ඒ හුඟක් මට චූටි කාලේ වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මොකක්ද එකම ක්‍රමේ the only way so we can do the same calculation in different method. If the answer is okay, we have two methods to do the same calculation. ගණන් එකම ගාන හදනවා ක්‍රම තුනකට. ක්‍රම තුනෙන් එකම උත්තරය එනවා. මට එකම ගාන හදන්න ක්‍රම තුනක් ලැබෙනවා. අන්තිමට කවුද බිහි වෙන්නේ? කවුද මේ ලෝකෙට බිහි වෙන්නේ අන්තිමට? ටීචර් කෙනෙක් බිහි වෙනවා. හරි? If you do self study, you become a good teacher. Sometimes in my childhood, the school conducted until 2 p.m. ඉස්කෝල තිබ්බ හවස 2 වෙනකම්. එකමාරට ඉස්කෝලේ යවෙන්නේ නැහැ. හවස 2 වෙනකම් අපි කාලේ ඉස්කෝලේ තියෙනවා. ඉස්කෝලේ යරුණු ගමන් මාරම ගේමක් දෙන්න ඉක්මනටම ගෙදර එන්න. So we are trying to come home quickly, as quick as possible. We are coming to home. Why? To do homeworks. What's the reason? මේ විනාඩි 2 ගානක් හදන්න අපිට යනවා විනාඩි 10ක් විතර. Why? We don't know the correct method. But there's a good thing. At the last page, they have given the answers for all the calculations. පොතේ අවසාන පිටුවේ මේ අපේ අභ්‍යාසවල තියෙන ගණන් වල උත්තර දීලා තිබ්බා. ක්‍රමේ දීලා නැහැ. No method. So what do we do? අපි මොකද කරන්නේ? අපි උත්තරෙන්න විවිධ ක්‍රම වලට ගාන හදනවා. Finally, the same answer is given by different methods. And the same sum is calculated by several methods. And we know all the methods of calculating that. Right? The self-studies make a teacher. ඔයාලත් තනියම ගණන් හදන්න උත්සාහ කරන්න. Right, okay, take down this. The second one. Right, do this. By this calculation, we stop the class here because I'm not giving you homeworks. Definitely next week also we are doing some calculations within an hour. Then we can start the new lesson. ඊළඟ සතියේ මේක ගණන් අපි පැයක් විතර හදලා මේ කොටසත් කියලා දෙනවා ආයෙත් අපිට තව එකයි තියෙන division. Then we start the next lesson. ඊට පස්සේ අපි ඊළඟ පාඩම පටන් ගන්නවා. Yes. Yes, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 6.
5 times 30. No, we can't 30.
Yes, we
We
can put that 30. That means 3000 cannot be kept here. Then what we do? 3000 millimeters means how many meters? 1000 means 1 meter. 1000 millimeter means 1
3
meter.
meters.
Yes, Abhilashi, that's 3 meters. So we take that 3 meters here. 3, but you don't add that because we have to multiply here. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 3, 30
30.
meters. I'll give you another one.
Okay, sir.
Don't worry, we do these calculations next week, all of them again, right?
Okay, sir.
Right. 5 times 0, 0, 5 times 5, 25, 2 remains 5 times 3 is
735.
35, 35 plus 2, 37. But you
They
cannot
can't.
put that 3750. 3000 millimeters means how many thousands in 3000?
3
3. So
meters.
you have to get that
3.
3 meter. You have to add that here because it comes here. When you get that 3000, what remains here? Just 750, right?
750.
Okay. So now 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 3,
18.
18 meter and 750 millimeters. They are very easy. I think you feel that. These length calculations are so easy, right? So we are going to stop here. No need to do this multiplication of length calculations to be done at home. But if you want, you can do, right? Okay, thank you so much for the participation. Have a nice night. God bless you.
God bless you, sir. God